Good morning, Year 2. This is your RE activity for today. There is also a PowerPoint you can follow to support you with this. This is just a video of me showing you the worksheet and the expectations. So the learn objective today is I can describe how the church celebrates different parts of the liturgical year. So if you are a 1-star, the first thing you need to do is colour in the sections if you have colouring crayons. If you don't have colouring crayons, you can just write what colour would represent this time of the year. So for example, ordinary time we know is green, so we would colour that in green. Then you would need to think about which events are purple. Remember, purple is a time for reflection and also a time for change. And then we would look at what sections are either what you can do them white or yellow, and that's to show a celebration. There is also one red section which represents Pentecost. So the first job is to colour in your wheel to show the liturgical year. The next part of the worksheet is to draw a picture of you during these times. So have a think what you would be doing during these times. So at Christmas, what would you be doing? And that, when I say Christmas, we mean Christmas Day. Advent is the preparation before Christmas. So how do you prepare for Christmas, which is obviously the birth of Jesus? Easter, so thinking about the time where Jesus was crucified on the cross, what are you doing around Easter time? Is there a way you celebrate Easter in your family? And then Lent, so thinking about the 40 days and 40 nights, is there something that potentially you give up during Lent? Is there something that you might do differently? So it might be that you make sure you tidy your bedroom for 40 days and 40 nights. It could be something new, or it could be something you want to give up just to represent Lent. So have a little think about what you do during these times. Then it says, which time of year do you celebrate your birthday? So this might be a little Google you need to do. So you need to have a little look at when your birthday is and how it fits into the liturgical year. And your birthday could be when it's Lent. It could be when it's ordinary times. Have a little look and see if you can work out when your birthday fits with the liturgical year. If you are a 2-star, I'm just going to explain the worksheet to you now. It says, I can describe how the church celebrates different parts of the liturgical year. So again, I've given you the seasons of the liturgical year: ordinary time, Advent, Christmas, Lent, Pentecost and Easter. So just reminding you, and that's when we change our prayer table too at school to represent these times. Your task today is to think about what you and the church do during this time. So have a think about what you do, but also what the church community would do too. So for example, Lent, have a little think about if there's something you might give up, if you might give during Lent, if you might pray during Lent, if it's something new you might try. And then also think about what the church does during this time. Easter, again, have a little think about what you do during Easter, and then think about what the church does during Easter. Advent, so this is obviously the preparation before Christmas, where we light our Advent wreath. So think about what you might do to prepare for Christmas, but also what the church might do to prepare for that, Jesus' birth also. And Christmas is actually Christmas Day itself. What are you doing on Christmas Day to mark that occasion? And what do you think the church will do to mark that occasion? For example, they may put out a nativity scene to show the nativity story and the fact it's a special day because it was when Jesus was born. So pictures are fine, or you can do some writing on this. Then it says, why are Advent and Lent purple? So have a little think about what sort of times they are. So if we just come back up, Christmas and Easter are in white. We also can use yellow to represent these times. It's a celebration. So have a little think about what purple might be reflecting. If you're a 3-star, thank you for joining us for this video. Your learn objective is I can describe how the church celebrates different parts of the liturgical year. As I've explained the other worksheets, the liturgical year is being coloured in here for you, representing ordinary time, Advent and Lent, Christmas and Easter, and Pentecost. Your activity today is draw a picture of Lent, Easter, Advent, Christmas and Pentecost in this box here. So just show me a picture. For example, Advent, you could draw the Advent wreath. Easter, you could draw the crucifix. Christmas, you could draw the nativity scene. So whatever you feel represents that occasion in the liturgical year. Then it says what you and the church do during this time. So that's when you have a chance to do a little bit of writing to explain what you do to prepare for that time, and also what the church does. For example, Advent, you could talk about how the church would light an Advent wreath, and each Sunday they'll light a new candle. Can you remember what those candles represent? But then what do you do during Advent? Remember, Advent is preparing for Christmas. So how do you prepare for that special occasion? That could be putting up your Christmas tree, or putting up decorations, or having your own nativity at home, nativity scene. So you can write there what you do during these times to prepare. Again, Lent, you might tell me about something that you're going to give up during Lent, something that you're going to try that's new. You might be praying more during Lent. You could be giving to charity during Lent. So anything you can think of, but also what the church does. For example, the church is very charitable at all points of the liturgical year, but especially during Lent. Then your pink question, is why does the liturgical year change colour? What do the colours represent? So what I'd like you to do is explain to you why these colours are here. So have a little look at the PowerPoint that's up, and it gives you a clue as to why those colours are there and what they represent. So I hope that's been helpful to explain what we're expecting today. And if you've got any questions about the liturgical year, please feel free to get in touch with myself or Mr. Oates, and we can support you. Thank you.